Hello everyone, it is day 18 of November Daily Art Journal project, and today's word is zing. Now what I was showing you there at the beginning, I printed off two coloring book images of classic Batman and Robin, and I knew that I wanted some fairly vibrant color on them. I did seal both images with matte gel medium. I colored one with Tombow markers, dual brush markers, which I love the vibrancy of them. And then I thought, well, what happens then if I put this on my project and seal it with matte gel medium? Well, it's smeared like a big dog. And so I decided to switch to my Prismacolor pencils, just regular colored pencils, and I'm blending with their blender pencil, and this worked pretty well. Not quite as vibrant as I maybe would have liked for it to be to go with what you'll see as the rest of the project, but it worked out all right, and I knew I probably was not going to have to worry about something smearing, so I'm really glad I tested it on that smaller image. So here I'm just boring you to pieces with coloring, a little bit of shading, a little bit of blending. And I did look up what the classic Batman and Robin colors were when I was a kid in comic books. And I don't know why they dressed Robin kind of like a Christmas elf. I mean, come on, he's red and green. I don't know why. He got at the short end of the stick a lot of the time anyway. So I tried to use some of the classic color scheme. And of course Batman is just pretty much all black and gray, and I added a lot of the, if you Google it, okay, and you see some of the cartoon images, they used blue as an accent a lot for him. So that's what I did in his cape and his boots and his glove things. I used blue. Otherwise he'd just been kind of what can I say? And actually this gray, I didn't have just a regular flat gray pencil. This, I believe it's a metallic silver. So, if Batman's a little shiny, I'm sorry. And I did fussy cut this whole image out, and I spared you the boredom of watching me do that. I've done like 2 or 3 back-to-back projects here that required fussy cutting. Have I mentioned how much I hate doing that? Oh my word, just stick a fork in my eye. So maybe the next few projects I'm going to do something that doesn't require fussy cutting. That would be a good thing. Alright, on to the actual page, and hey, exciting, I'm going to paint the whole page black. Something I've never done before. But I'm going for that classic cartoon vibe. And that's, to me, that's black background and then the pops of the bright color. Alright, next up I'm taking some scraps of mixed media paper. I don't know why I had these all cut into nice little perfect little sizes, but I found them in my stash. So I'm going to paint 4 of them in some kind of just basic flat colors, a blue, a green, a yellow, and a red. And these are going to be my word pieces. You know how in the classic comics, they have pow and kaboom and wham and all of those. Well, I'm going to make 4 of those, and I know zing is not a classic comic book word, but since it's our word for today, that's what I'm using, because that's what it made me think of, were those speech bubble kind of things that you see in the cartoons. So I'm just painting some bright colors here, and then I'm going to come in and letter some words on them and fill that in with a black Posca paint pen. Alright, so all my little pieces are dry now, and I'm just gonna kind of rough it in with a pencil and then go over that with the Posca paint pen, which basically is just, I think, acrylic paint and a pen. And these are the they're the fine tip ones. I believe they're 0.07 millimeter tip. Very, very nice tip. And here's my kaboom. So not only have you guys learned about me that I am not a drawer, I don't draw well. I doodle, but I don't draw. I'm also not a very good letterer. But I figured, you know, cartoon vibe, hey, surely I can pull this off. I almost made these all too big. You'll see the finished product, they pretty much take up the whole background. I was lucky to squish them in and fit them on the page. And here's our word for the day, kids. Zing. And then I cut them all out, you know, like the classic word bubble with the pokey edges. A technical term, you know, pokey edges. Alright, so while I really, really like this flat black for what I'm going for, I decided that I would splatter it with all the colors I've been using, plus white, to not completely dilute the black, but to give it a little bit more interest. And, you know, who doesn't love paint splatters after all? And there are the finished splatters. And now I'm going to see how this is going to lay out and realize that my words are just almost too darn big. But that's okay. We're going to make it work. And I'm just going to adhere the words with matte gel medium. I kind of wish I'd done something else, because in the finished pictures you can kind of see the matte gel around the edges. I kind of wish maybe I'd just run them through my Xyron machine and put adhesive on the back and attach them that way, but I didn't. It's okay. What do I always say? It's just paint. It's just paper. And these got kind of thick since I painted them. So I was really struggling with keeping some of the pointy edges flat down on the page. I guess it didn't matter if they were flat, but you know, that's what I was going for. So if you've been following along with our November project here, if you search social media, primarily YouTube and Instagram, for the hashtag NOV Daily Art Journal, you're going to find there's a lot of people playing along with us every day. And if you haven't, by all means, just jump right in wherever we are on the list and have a go at it. We're having a lot of fun, a lot of neat creative interpretations of the daily prompt that we've given you, and it's fun. It's just fun. So here's the last of my words getting attached, and then I'm thinking, okay, do I want to take a chance and attach my colored image of Batman and Robin with this? And am I positive that my colored pencils are not going to move, smear, run, whatever? And I wasn't 100% sure, so I chickened out. And I used an Elmer's Extra Strength glue stick and just did it that way. Just laid it down on my dirty piece of deli paper here to cover the back of it with glue stick, and that's pretty much it, folks. So thank you so much for coming by. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share my video if you like what you see, and I hope you have a wonderful day.